Let's take a moment, just a small moment, to imagine everything you've ever known about beliefs, everything that seems so real, could just shift. Imagine in this moment, something inside you opens, like a door, and suddenly, everything you thought you knew begins to look a little bit different. You start to see that beliefs, they're not solid, they're not fixed, they're more like the stories that we tell ourselves, the shapes we give to the world, the frames that we build around experiences. When you realize that, you start to notice something profound. The world is only what you believe it to be. In fact, every belief you've ever had was just a structure, a set of thoughts that you built around something that you decided to be true. And as you think about it, you might start to understand something even more fascinating. All beliefs, no matter how big or small, they're just thoughts strung together in a way that makes sense to you. They're not inherently real. They're just beliefs. And that makes them changeable, malleable, flexible. Because you decide how you view the world. And in that moment of realization, everything starts to feel a little more possible. Isn't it interesting to realize that circumstances, those things we sometimes think dictate our lives, they don't actually matter as much as we believed. It's as if, in this new understanding, you see it's the belief you hold that creates the experience, not the situation itself. And with that, you begin to see the power that you have in shaping your own reality. What you believe determines everything. Let's think about that for a moment. What if beliefs were like a game? A game where the rules change depending on how you play. What if, in this game, the only thing that really matters is how strongly you believe in the rules that you've set for yourself? Imagine how easy it would be just to choose new rules, new beliefs, and suddenly the world starts to show up exactly as you want it to. Now, what if you could feel that shift deep inside? What if you realized when you believe something with 100% certainty, it becomes real, not just for you, but for everyone around you? Imagine the power in that. As long as you believe it, you can make others believe it too. The words you speak, they don't just come from your mouth. They radiate from you. They connect, they resonate. And before you even realize it, people are responding, not to the words themselves, but to the certainty and to the belief that you hold in your heart. Think about how this works. The more you trust in what you say, the more others start to trust you. Your words, they start to carry weight. And the more you commit to your truth, the more powerful it becomes. And here's the secret. The more you commit to your beliefs, the more they shape you. Your charisma grows naturally without effort. Your confidence deepens, and that creates a magnetic presence. It's almost as if your beliefs themselves, they begin to shine through you, like a light that others can't help but notice, a truth that others can't ignore. And in that moment, you realize something extraordinary. The more you trust in your own ideas, the more you make them true. You're not just speaking ideas, you're living them. Every step, every word, every belief, it all starts to align in a powerful flow of certainty. You become so deeply committed to your truth. You don't need to prove it to anyone. It just is. And as it is, you begin to feel more secure, more confident, more energetic. You begin to feel the weight of doubt, the weight of hesitation, just lifting off you. And then there's this incredible thing that starts to happen. Your truth becomes an unconscious frame, a way of being that others can't help but pick up on. Your presence speaks before you say a word. There's an energy around you, a magnetism that pulls people in. They don't need to fully understand it, they just feel it. They feel your certainty, your truth, and they begin to align with it, without even realizing how or why. The more you believe in your own words, your own beliefs, the more you see the world respond. People start believing in what you say, not because you're convincing them in the traditional way, but because you've committed to your own truth so fully that it has no choice but to become true. The more you believe in your own ideas, the more they shape your world into something new. And now think about how this affects you. The more you believe, the more the world reflects back to you. It's like a dance, where your beliefs set the rhythm, and the world follows your lead. And as you step into this rhythm, as you begin to see the power of your words, you realize you're not just shaping the world around you, you're creating it from the inside out. Your words, your beliefs, they become reality. Your charisma, your presence, your power, all of it begins to build from the foundation of your own certainty. What if you begin to see all your beliefs as tools you can use at any time? And with each tool you pick up, you get better at creating the reality you want, the world you deserve. Each belief becomes a building block of your future. The more you shape them with certainty, the more those blocks fall perfectly into place. Now imagine this power is always with you. Your belief, your words, they create everything. Every time you speak with conviction, your reality begins to soften. And the more you believe in what you say, the more that belief becomes a part of you. It's as if you're transforming each time you speak into the very thing that you want to become. The world around you responds, and you feel more energized, more enthusiastic, more alive, as you step fully into the reality that you've created. As you continue down this path, the power you feel inside grows. You've created your own belief, your own truth. You begin to realize that everything you desire is already on its way to you. Because now, more than ever, you know you're the creator of your reality. That's exactly how it will be. The world aligns with your truth. With each step, you move closer to the future you've already started to create. What's left is just living it, being it, and seeing how the universe effortlessly rearranges itself around your beliefs, making your world exactly what you always wanted, in the most fun, exciting, and energizing way.